Computer languages and language translator. In your earlier classes, you have learnt about Scratch, which is a programming language. A programming language serves as a means of communication between humans and computers. Learning objectives. What is a computer language? Generations of computer languages. Language translator. What is a computer language? Whenever you want the computer to perform a task, you need to give instructions to it in a specific computer language. A computer language, also known as a programming language, is a structured method of instructing a computer to perform specific tasks. It consists of a set of rules and syntax that allows programmers to write code, which is then executed by a computer. Programming languages are used to create software, applications, websites, and other computer-based systems. Bonus content, subject enrichment. A set of instructions that tells the computer what to do is called a program. The act of writing instructions in a computer language is called programming. People who write computer programs are called the programmers. Let us discuss communication. Conduct a group discussion in the class on the topic "Why do we need a language?" Encourage students to give their views on the topic without any hesitation. Types of computer languages. Computer languages are mainly categorized into two types: low-level languages and high-level languages. Low-level languages are very close to the computer hardware. These languages are less human-readable as programs are written in the binary code, in the form of 0 and 1. Programs written in low-level languages are machine-dependent, that is, they can run only on one computer for which they are written. Machine language and assembly language are two types of low-level languages. High-level languages are written in English-like language, thus, they are easier to learn and code. They allow developers to express ideas in a way that is closer to natural language. Programs written in high-level languages are machine-independent, that is, programs written on one computer can be executed on another computer with little or no modifications. High-level languages are ideal for most software development tasks, including application development, web development, and more. Python, Java, C, C++ are some examples of high-level languages. Programs written in low-level languages are efficient in terms of execution speed and memory usage, as they provide direct control over the hardware. However, they are also more challenging to write and understand. Generations of computer languages. Computer languages have evolved over time, and they are often categorized into different generations as shown in the diagram. Generations of computer languages. Programming languages. Machine language, 1GL. Assembly language, 2GL. High-level language, 3GL. Fourth generation language, 4GL. Fifth generation language, 5GL. First generation, 1940s-1950s, machine language. Machine language, also called binary language, is the language of a computer. That is, it is the language that a computer understands. Machine language is the lowest level programming language, consisting of binary code directly executed by the computer's central processing unit, CPU. It is represented using combinations of zeros and ones, corresponding to specific instructions that the CPU can execute. Each instruction is a direct command to the hardware, making it highly machine-dependent. 001010111000011 100 trillion 10 billion 111 million 1000 1 sextillion 11 quintillion 101 quadrillion, a hypothetical code written in machine language. Second generation, 1950s-1960s, assembly language. Assembly language is also a low-level programming language that provides a symbolic representation of the machine code instructions that a computer can execute. It uses alphanumeric symbols, called mnemonics, instead of zeros and ones, making it more human-readable than a program written in machine language. Mnemonics are 2 or 3 letter abbreviations that denote some operation. For example, add for addition, sub for subtraction, etc. Assembly language is specific to a particular computer architecture, and programs written in assembly language must be translated into machine code using an assembler. Move X 42. Move the value 42 into the X register. Add BX, X. Add the value of X to the value of BX. Simply CX 10. Compare the value in CX with 10. A hypothetical code written in assembly language. Third generation, 3GL, high-level languages. Writing programs in machine or assembly language required the user to have knowledge of computer hardware. This led to the development of high-level languages that were machine-independent and similar to human languages. High-level language, HLL, is an English-like language in which instructions are written using English words and mathematical symbols instead of using binary digits or mnemonics. These languages are designed to provide a higher level of abstraction from the underlying hardware, making it easier for programmers to write code with more human-readable and understandable syntax. These languages are more user-friendly and generally require less effort to write and maintain compared to low-level languages. COBOL, Fortran, BASIC, C, C++, Java, and C are some popular high-level languages. Bonus content, subject enrichment. The high-level language Fortran was designed for engineers and scientists, while COBOL was designed for business users. Advantages. High-level languages are easier to use and understand. They are machine-independent, so programs written on one computer can run on any other computer with few or no changes. It is easier to modify the high-level language programs. Disadvantages. A language translator is needed to convert high-level language program into machine language. High-level language programs execute slower as compared to machine and assembly language programs. Fourth generation, 4GL. Fourth generation languages, 4GLs, are also high-level languages designed to be more user-friendly and closer to natural language than earlier generations of programming languages. They often include declarative programming features, allowing programmers to specify what should be done rather than how it should be done. Many 4GLs are specifically designed for database applications. They provide tools and commands for database access and manipulation. SQL, Structured Query Language, Perl, and Python are examples of 4GL. Fifth generation, 5GL. Fifth generation language, 5GL, is the latest generation of computer languages. They are designed to make software development even more accessible, efficient, and user-friendly, often incorporating elements of artificial intelligence and expert systems to assist in the development process. 5GLs may include tools for building graphical user interfaces and visual representations of software components. The goal of these programming languages is to develop applications which can respond to natural or human language input and are capable of self-learning. Some examples of 5GL are Lisp, Prolog, OPS5, and Mercury. Let us explore digital literacy. Who is considered the world's first computer programmer? Language translator. Programs written in high-level languages must be translated to machine language to get executed with the help of a language translator. There are 3 types of language translators, which are as follows. Assembler. An assembler is a language translator that converts assembly language code into executable machine code. The assembler takes the assembly language code as input and translates it into machine code. It replaces the mnemonics with their corresponding binary representations. Compiler. It is a translator program that converts high-level language program code into machine language code. It translates the whole program at once and generates object code if there are no errors. In case of errors, it presents the list of errors to the programmer and asks to fix the errors before executing the program. Interpreter. It is also a translator program like compiler that translates high-level language program code into machine language code. The difference between the two is that it translates the code line by line. That is, it takes one line of source code at a time, translates it into object code and executes it if there is no error. Then it moves on to the next line of source code. In case of errors, it asks the programmer to fix the errors before executing it. Bonus content, subject enrichment. A computer program written by programmers using a HLL programming language is known as the source code. When the source code is translated in a format that is understandable by the computer, it is called an object code. Let us explore exploratory learning. Search internet and make a list of at least 5 latest computer languages which are currently being used for software development. For the teacher, discuss with students about the development of computer languages from machine and assembly languages to high-level and fourth-generation languages. Explain the advantages and disadvantages of different computer languages. Let us revise. A computer language, also known as a programming language, is a structured method of instructing a computer to perform specific tasks. Machine language, also called binary language, is the language of a computer. That is, it is the language that a computer understands. Assembly language is also a low-level programming language that provides a symbolic representation of the machine code instructions that a computer can execute. High-level language, HLL, is an English-like language in which instructions are written using English words and mathematical symbols instead of using binary digits or mnemonics. 4GLs often include declarative programming features, allowing programmers to specify what should be done rather than how it should be done. Fifth-generation language, 5GL, is the latest generation of computer languages. They are designed to incorporate elements of artificial intelligence and expert systems to assist in the development process. Programs written in high-level languages must be translated to machine language to get executed with the help of language translators. There are 3 types of language translators: assembler, compiler, and interpreter. Assembler is a translator that converts assembly language code into executable machine code. Compiler and interpreters are language translators which convert high-level language program code into machine language code.